you want to hang out and listen to what we have to say about the rest of this book, you can in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should we talk about Erida?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Okay, so Erida did not get a lot of audio time previously, because if we would have told you any of this, we would have spoiled a bunch of the book. Erida is the Villainous Queen, right? So she marries Taristan, I think. And she basically marries him because it's all for the good of her kingdom, right? Like, she's trying to protect her kingdom and the title and whatever.
Bullshit.
She's
not to protect her kingdom. She wants land. She wants to conquer because her father didn't do it. It's about herself, man. It ain't about her people. And that's why it's great.
Yeah. So, but this is the facade that she gives off. She gives off the facade that she is, like, doing this all for the betterment of her kingdom. She even says, like, find me a guy to marry as long as he is useful to me and is not as smart or is smartish like me. I think she quotes something similar along those lines, like that he would have the same drive or something like that she would, in order to accomplish the things that she has set out to do for her kingdom, but is not going to overshadow her because she's the big prospect in this whole entire thing. So that was like a big cliffhanger but that big pivotal moment where it was like she is like searching for a prince and whatever, and they're trying to get her on their team. The whole merry band of thieves is, and guess who walks out? The other villain himself.
Before you get there, at first I thought Erida was a dumbass because Aubrey, what's his name, Andrew? He comes to her and he's like, hey, queen, there is some shenanigans going on out there. And she's like, I don't believe you. And don't tell anybody. We'll just keep it to ourselves. At first I was like, excuse me, do you really think that no one's going to find out about this? Is she really that dumb? Which I think she was. But she's helping Andrew, and, you know, his mom and everything. And she's so nice. I mean, she's a great character from the start. And I put it together 2 sentences before it happened, because when the 3 of them come to her room, she says something really odd. She says to what's her name? When the 3 of them are in her chambers and they're like, and Andrew's like, see, I have people here to confirm what I'm saying. First of all, she agreed with them way too quickly. I was like, that was too quick. But I was like, I don't know, Corianne did the exact same thing, so maybe this is just bad writing. But then she said to Corianne, we can only walk the path in front of us. And I was like, that's not right. People you have to create your own path. So I thought that was really odd that she said that. And because I was so focused on that, I didn't catch the sword comment. I missed it. Did you catch it?
I didn't catch the sword comment until no, I did, because he says it to somebody else. But she was like, oh yeah, and I'm carrying the sword as well. And I'm like, girlfriend, you just gave the whole entire thing away.
But
because then Andrew looks at her and goes, I never told her I had the sword.
Yeah, but did you catch her comment to Corianne? She was like, oh, do you have the sword? And Corianne's like, yeah, because she don't know. And it didn't occur to me that he only told his mom. He didn't tell anybody else. And I was just like, how did I miss that? But right before, as they were walking out, I was like, this is really odd. And I was like, I bet she's marrying Tristan, because it's very secretive as to who her betrothed is. And sure enough, man, it was, even though I guessed it was great. When he held her hand and was like, I never told her about the sword, I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. No, that moment, I was like, I'm like, y'all get locked up right now. It's all happening. Guess what? You thought you were just gonna recruit her as number 5 in your posse, and it's gonna work out.
Number 5. She's more like number 10 by this time.
No, this is before the forager and the bounty hunter come in. Yeah. So did she would be 5? She would have been 5. But oh my gosh, that was like the best part. I was like, you just sold yourself to the devil. But I did like her character because she definitely, like, I feel like I was more invested in her story because guess what? We got more things on who Erida was. You were personally connected to her. Like I said in the spoiler-free edition of our episode, that was my biggest caveat with this whole entire book was the fact that I did not feel connected to any of the characters except for the villain. Why is that? You give me 6 other people to talk about, but the villain is the only one that I'm connected to. Is there a reason why?
Even Tristan. I mean, we find out that he was basically orphaned. The elder just tossed him aside, and then he he worships what waits, or the devil, if you will. And
oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it, by the way. I was like, that's a great name for the devil.
Well, the whole entire time I was like, who's what waits? And I was like, well, it has to be the devil. And they kept capitalizing it too. Like it was capitalized. Like that was its name. And I was like, was it like death when we read the book Thief? Like, I think it was. But Terrasen's story is so dramatic too. Yeah. We didn't get any of that with any of the other characters. You know, Andre's got his mom that he cares deeply about because she's the only like living lifeline that he has left because she's like super sick. But Andre like regrets his being alive with the spindle, you know. So it's like the whole entire time it's this huge pity party, you know.
Oh my god. Yeah, between him and Dom, that pity party was ridiculous.
Yeah.
If I have to hear about Core, whatever his name is, one more dang time, I'm like, why don't you just marry him already? Like, oh my god.
Yeah. But Erida and Terrasen, or whatever his name is, that was the best story. Because like she's wanting to like put on her duties too, because she was like, what do I do with the marriage bed here? And he literally just scraped her cheek.
But that was so hot though, that he like turned her down a couple times.
I know. But then when she stands up to like for him, when her advisor tried to poison him, he was like, it was like he had a moment where he's like, oh, I guess she's useful because she could keep me alive.
Okay, so her advisor is her cousin, and he's trying to usurp her basically, which I loved that whole dynamic because she was kind of playing the fool the whole time, but she was always one step ahead of him, which I thought was great. But I'm like, okay, so you are going to poison him in front of everybody. What if he dies? What's your end game? Like, I don't understand why he did that. That was really stupid. And then he says, what are you? Which is a valid question. Is he immortal? Like, how come he didn't die?
Yep.
That's another question that didn't get answered.
No, because he said, I thought he said that he's immortal, but she could still die.
Well, yeah, because but he's not an elder, so how is he immortal?
I don't know, but they said it.
Something happened where he's immortal. Because he's a core. Cores aren't immortal because his brother died. So something's amiss. Something's going on there, which is a good thing because it's mystery.
Yeah. Like, didn't he kill his brother, though?
Yeah, he killed his brother. He killed him. And this was another question that I had, and I don't know if it's going to get answered or if I'm supposed to be asking. But, okay, so Core and Tristan are twin brothers. and they're like one of the last of this line, but the elder queen, I can't remember her name, I can't remember her name, just the I.
Oh, fair. Edonia. She's the Queen of Edonia.
Well, she's the Queen of Iona, but she has an
Iona. Edonia. Oh my gosh.
But she keeps one and kicks the other one to the curb. Why would she do that? Did I miss why not have a spare? If you have two of one of the last lines left, why keep one and throw one out? Was there a prophecy? Was he doomed to be a bad guy? That wasn't answered, and I wanted to know why she did that.
That was amazing. Why keep a spare?
I mean, there's only two of them left. You gotta, if one dies, you have another one. I'm assuming she wanted them because they can open the spindle. They have the line, and they're trying to get back home. The elders are trying to peace out. And that was their way of piecing out. But he died. So why would you kick the other one to the curb? Like, it was just, I wish I knew why.
I don't know. Your question is not going to be answered. Till maybe book 2 or 3. Let's see. I really want to know what happened to Sorsha. Like, I know that we keep saying it, but I want to know what her backstory is. Because I feel like it would make her character even more intense. I saw someone had referenced her as Inej is what they would reference her as. And I was like, this is not Inej. Inej's backstory is whoop, whoop, on a whole other playing field. Sorsha is not Inej, and Sorsha wishes she was Inej. Because Inej is intense.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
More questions not answered. Okay. And this is all about Sorsha. I know we're saying her name all kind of wrong. Sorry. But okay. So we know that she was she sold as a kid or was she orphaned? I can't remember. But she's been on her own for a very long time, and she was kicked out of her guild. But before that, she says that she had a job at the castle 4 years ago. Erida's parents were murdered 4 years ago. Did she kill her parents?
Ooh. Yeah, because she references that she knew how to get out of that prison.
Yeah. And she knew her way around the castle. She had a job at the castle 4 years ago. Coincidentally, Erida's parents were killed. So I don't know if she was supposed to and she didn't, and that's why she was kicked out. I know that Erida's cousin had a hit on her, but her advisor paid it off. So I guess that wasn't why she got kicked out. I don't know, but that's another question that wasn't answered. Why was she kicked out?
Yeah, that's a good hypothesis though on that, because I would not have pulled that out.
Well, it was in the first half of the book when I wasn't skip reading. Okay, here's a question I want you to answer. Hopefully you can answer. So okay. I know what Erida gets out of Tristan, world domination. What does he get out of her?
Ooh, I think he gets an easier way to move his armies how he wants to. Because he has the armies, and that was the whole big main thing was that he had the manpower. But you can't exert manpower without profitable cause, right? Underneath an empire. So the fact that now he's married into an empire, his world domination is more of a feasible thing.
Well, I thought he had an army. He had an army of zombies. So I was like, well, why would he need her army if he has an army of zombies? He don't need her. But, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I think he does.
It makes him important through her. People will listen to him. Okay.
Politically, he's... Yeah. I was going to make a crude reference, but I'm not going to. But yeah, that was my whole take on it was that. So then that way he was more of a believable world dominator,
I hope that she doesn't make Erida turn good I hope she keeps her as the villain, and that
Yes.
they have evil babies. Like, I want that to happen, because we don't get that in YA ever.
No.
And it would be nice to root for a villain, kind of. I mean, I hate to root for the villain, but she's the best character.
I'd root for the villain.
Be rooted for. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I will root for the villain any day in this book, because guess what? They're great. I don't understand either, like, why it took them forever to get there. And then one of the spindles is now missing. Right?
Who's is missing?
Or one of the swords are missing or something like that.
Girl, I have this bad habit of, when I'm done with the book, I immediately forget how it ends. I don't understand why I do that.
Yeah, well, I did the same thing. So there you go.
What happens at the end? I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. I forgot. I know it opens up a new... Well, okay, so I like the part where she goes to him, Erida goes to him, and he, like, opens up a spindle, and he, like, sticks his hand through and something growls. I was like, ooh, I like that. What's that?
Oh, yeah, he asks if she's terrified. And she answers, like, yes to it, remember?
Yeah. Her chapter, like, skip read. I read all the stuff in her chapters. But I skipped read.
Wow.
Sorry. Doesn't old girl's mom die with the Kraken? Does she die?
Oh.
Corianne, does her mom die?
I don't know.
This, Ashley. I think she did, because I was skip reading, as I do, and then towards the end of the book they were like, oh, her mom died, she's sad. I was like, whoa, her mom died? And she didn't even, like, say, hey mom, I made it, look at me, I made it, I'm the cord blade whatever.
Oh, I don't know. I was trying to figure out what happened at the end of this book here.
I know she gets...
Oh, yeah. They've lost a spindle. That's what it was.
Who lost it?
Ronan dropped his head. That Ronan guy. Her, like, advisor.
The priest guy.
Yeah.
So Tristan loses...
Oh, no, the wizard. He's the wizard. The wizard, right?
He looks like a priest.
Oh, maybe.
So yeah, Tristan spindle? There's only 2.
Yeah, no, they lost it, and then as if someone had simply misplaced it. And then it goes lost. I'll kill her, he hissed, and she said, I'll help you.
Did they have a battle? I don't even think they met. Did Corianne and Tristan...
I don't think so. This is where I'm confused.
Okay, so he gets poisoned in the last chapter, and then he's like, ha, I can't die. Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got. It's over.
Yeah, they lose it. Well, then now they're going to go after the one that they can get, which is Oh Girl. It's lost. Yeah, I don't remember that. That's funny. I don't even remember. Fourth part. Okay. I don't have anything else that's spoilery.
That's all I've got. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. And that has been our final review of Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. And until next time, we'll catch you in the next podcast for some beachy reads.
Bye-bye, beachies.
Bye.